Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to some more random Dota 2. Oh dear, I nearly sneezed. Oh boy. Okay. Yeah, we're playing ranked. This is a ranked game that I played last night, actually. It was last night. And yeah, I was the runes haven't spawned. And I'm like, oh man, I'm tilted already. So, the story here is that this was a... Well, it's hard to tell you what the average MMR was in this game. Because on their side, it was about 1700. And then on our side, it was 1200. So that makes it like a 1500 MMR average. But there was 500 MMR between the two sides, and I was like, oh shit, like this game is lost. But I don't believe in quitting, so I'm going to be playing some Legion Commander, simply because there was no way I wasn't going to play core in this game. There was no way I was going to play support when you know, I'm probably... To get an average MMR of like 1200 when I'm 1900, it's kind of like, what are they got to be, like 700? So yeah. Anyway, so I knew that if I can just focus on my game, get some farm, get some duels, it'll work out okay. And I'll actually looking at the teams, and the heroes, I knew that this is a really good Silver Edge game. And Legion Commander is not a bad Silver Edge carrier. So obviously Silver Edge for the PA, Silver Edge for the not the gyrocopter, the Timbersaw. So I clear this camp before the minute mark, and this was something really cool that I did. I'm working with random gold as well, so I had 825 gold to start with, which meant that I got a stout shield. So I'm just doing a little bit of choke point jungling here, and something that I did really well was I was nice and efficient in the early game. I normally don't jungle that well. I'm pretty bad at it actually. And this guy's having a whinge about PA being free farm, but I'm not going up there. I want to get like a 10-minute blink dagger if I can. 10-minute blink would be pretty good. Just use Iron Talon. Yeah. And this was late at night. It had all the tilters on. They were just insane how tilty they all were. So I'm gonna go boots, blink dagger. I feel like that's a good plan. Just cut that tree out of the way. I'm gonna pull this out to try and stack it. Now we'll just skip forward until this pause is over. There we go. And this is something that I managed to do. I was keeping an eye on the clock, which is something I never do. I was like, well, you know, if you keep an eye on the clock, you can stack the camp, and you know, you can just keep your efficiency going. Because otherwise, I'd have to, you know, run over to the medium camp that's near the river, and it's much easier to just, you know, keep rolling where you are, basically. I feel like we're a little bit loud. Oh, I spoiled it. You guys will get over it. Obviously, I'm recording this because it turned out to be a good game for yours truly. And I wanted to record it as well because I think it's a good lesson for me in not being toxic and not being a tilter. I think that's just the truth of the matter. So right now I'm going to stack this, try and pull it out, stack it. Again, keeping that efficiency up, keeping that efficiency rolling. We'll eat a tango. Just make sure we're in the choke point as much as we can, so that there's, you know, only 2 creeps being able to hit us. And the moment of courage procs are keeping us, you know, relatively good health. But we're still at a fairly low level. We're actually at level 4 at 3.5 minutes, which is really quick. That's good going. Generally in the early game, 6 by 6 minutes is a good benchmark to be aiming for. Just using overwhelming... No, that's not... What's this? Press the attack. using press the attack to not only clear the camp faster, but also keep the HP up. And yeah, I'm going to buy a salve here. Because, you know, walking back to base doesn't serve me that much purpose. So right now I'm just waiting for the camps to spawn again. And we'll keep going. Oh. It's Iron Talon.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And once we start getting some levels, we'll stop choke point jungling and we'll just start standing in the camp. Because when you stand in the camp, you get more moment of courage procs. I've got my salve. And I'm at a pretty good place in terms of HP currently. So that means I can just keep going, use the salve when I get low. You see now I'm starting just to stand in the camp. So I get more procs of moment of courage. And yeah, this is going to be an interesting game. I know, like, knowing the MMR, right? It's helpful and unhelpful at the same time. Just use myself here. Get back up to good health. Because I know that, alright, I got some really, really low players on my team. But you know, they're not the best in the world either. Like they've got 1700 average. Which means that, you know, if there's someone around 1900 like me, they're going to have horrible players too. Like, we're all pretty horrible at 1k. Everyone, without exception, is bad at Dota. At 1k MMR. Yours truly included. Me especially. Bad at Dota. So, I knew that, right, well, if I focus on getting farm, getting my Blink Dagger up, just getting a few jewels, but most importantly, just popping creeps, that was going to put me in the best position possible moving forward. So you see that I'm second on the net worth. I'm only behind the Phantom Assassin, who's having a pretty good time in the top lane. I'm going to stack this. Efficiency. So I think I've hit every single stack timing, which is really, really good for me. So I've never actually done that before, where I've been like, right, well, I need to make sure I stack all the camps. I got 6 at 6 minutes, which is, yeah, as I said, a good target to have. Right, we're just going to let the Mud Golems go for the moment, while my team are deciding to just, you know, brawl. You know, whatever, they can do whatever. I want to get my farm together. It's the most important thing for me.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And something nice about Legion Commander is she's okay at pushing. She's okay at hitting buildings. Someone like Timbersaw, okay, great at fighting. Well, I tried to stack this. I wonder if I got it. Oh, I did get it. As I said, I've managed to hit most of the stacks that I've aimed for. You know, the timing just worked out perfectly there, where I finished up that medium camp, run straight to the hard camp, and stacked it. So now we just got to work our way through this big camp of creeps. And this is really accelerating our farm. You know, we're keeping up with the safe lane carry on the other team. But as I was saying, in terms of hitting buildings, like Timbersaw is horrible. Horrible at hitting buildings. PA is okay, but she needs lots of items. Whereas, like Legion Commander, you tend to build into kind of things that don't necessarily mean that you're good at hitting buildings, but just because of her ult and the fact that she, you know, she just accumulates damage over the course of a game, means that you hit pretty hard. And you know, if you buy a Desolator AC, then naturally you hit towers quite well. I missed a stack here. I wasn't paying attention, so there's a little bit of lost efficiency. But I am closing in on my Blink Dagger, and like I'm pretty much there. There's a bit of a brawl happening in the river, so I thought, yeah, maybe I'll turn up. I've just been watching it. I see the line, I think, yep, this is the one we're looking for. So I get my dual damage. That's all I wanted. I'm leaving. I got my Blink Dagger as well. 8.5 minutes. So happy with that. Very, very happy with that. You know, my team are just Gyrocraft is getting a triple at 8.5 minutes. No worries, guys. Anyway, I'm just gonna keep jungling, because you know, bopping creeps. I'm second on the net worth, and you know, if I keep going, I know that because they're fighting so much, I'm going to out-level them very, very quickly, and it's going to end up being, you know, where I am 2 or 3 levels in front, and that's a pretty good spot to be in, because with the levels, you know, you get more points in press the attack, more points in moment of courage. It's yeah. Ember Spirit's just going ham. Ember Spirit's pretty good against Gyro, because Gyro's majority magic damage, at least in the early game. Anyway, I'm pinging out that I've got duel, and I've got a blink dagger, so there's no way this guy sees this coming, not unless he has a ward down, and he's playing pretty silly right now. He's a long way up with me missing off the map. And the Invoker was telling me that he had Sunstrike on cooldown. So I'm pinging the guy, pinging that I have duel. And now I'm saying, right, let's go. Press the attack, in we go. And this guy hexes. I'm like, dude, just kill him, please. I want the damage. He's like, oh, I didn't want to steal the kill. I'm like, please. I think if you asked any Legion Commander player if they could have the kill and no damage, or the damage and an assist, they'd take the damage and an assist. It's like there's no bad part about, you know, your support killing the person you're dueling. So, like it's a bit of money on them. They get, you know, experience. You get your damage, which helps you, you know, become stronger in the later game and get to the stage where you can kill people yourself inside a duel. In the early game, you don't really have much solo kill potential. You have a little bit, but it's not heaps, if you know what I mean. And again, he hexes. I'm like, dude, just zap him, please. Anyway, so we got 3 kills. We'll push this tower. Shadow Shaman's got his wards, so that's a good thing. The nice thing about Shadow Shaman is that he has pushing potential. I really, really like him in you know, these scrub tiers, because he helps take objectives, and that's something that, you know, we struggle with the most. Now, right now, I was like, okay, once I got my blink, I'll build Shadow Blade, because that'll deal with the PA. It'll also deal with the Timber Saw. It'll be really good. And then I started building a Blade Mail. I don't know why, but you know, whatever. Blade Mail's good this game anyway, because the PA PA doesn't really like Blade Mail, and neither does Gyrocopter actually, because he's got a lot of uncontrollable AOE. You know, he turns on Flat Cannon, he turns on Rocket Barrage. You know, it's just like he's going to end up eating a lot of his own damage if you've got Blade Mail active. So it's a good game for it, and it also helps you get kills inside of duel. Solo, that is. So you're able to solo a lot better. But in the meantime, we're just going to keep bopping creeps, because, you know, farm. No replacement for money when you're playing Dota. You know, just having lots of items. Once we get our Blade Mail done, we'll be looking pretty good for our core. And you know, I had a bit of a timing in mind. You know, I was thinking, okay, we just need to go for this timing where it's kind of after the PA is useful, but before the gyro is really, really huge. And I figured that would be where we had the most success. So just start buying up items for the Blade Mail. I'm heading bottom to push it out. Just rinsing the jungle on my way. Meanwhile, my team are brawling top. Sunstrike kill, whatever. They just they insisted on just fighting constantly. I'm like, well, you guys go fight. I'm just gonna hit creeps and get last hits and try and get beefy. So we're level 11. That means a level 2 duel, which means extra damage, which means a longer duration, more kill potential. Ideally by now we'd have, you know, kind of 30 damage, not 10, but you can't have everything in life. Oh, I missed that last hit. Yeah. Lost efficiency right there. So I'm just pushing this in because I can see everyone across the map. I'm like, well, there's no one that's going to come and threaten me right now. So I might as well just keep pushing it in. Try and create some space for my team. Not that my team really wants space. They just want to fight. They just want to run at them. They want to kill them. I'm like, all right, guys, you knock yourselves out. I was tempted to go and dive this guy, but I was like, yeah, it's a bit risky. I'm 3-0. I'm, you know, very over leveled. You know, the Timbersaw's level 6 at this stage. I have 5 levels, nearly twice as many levels as the Timbersaw. If I die there, you know, I'm going to feed away a lot of experience and gold. So I decided against it. I was like, yeah, it's a bit dangerous. A bit close to tier 2. They've probably got TPs, you know, and I'm close to my blade mail. So just getting the blade mail together. There it is. We'll get the courier to bring that out shortly, and we'll just keep bopping creeps. So they got the Phantom Assassin top, which is good and nice. The bottom lane is pushing in. So I'll go back there and push that back out again. Got my blade mail. And yeah, it's now that I realise that, oh yeah, I was going to build Silver Edge or Shadow Blade. I'm just going to creep around here, see if there's anyone hanging around. There's not. Because I know none of them have blink daggers yet. And it's, yeah, interesting. They're just killing each other. So I'm like, well, everyone's dead. Looks like I am. Yeah, and then the Invoker has everything on cooldown, so he's not getting out of that. So, oh man, it's so greedy. You're just going for it. So I know that there's only 2 people alive, which means I can push in pretty aggressively here. Try and push this last wave of creeps before bailing back into our jungle. And PA just decides to kill the Shadow Shaman, which is fine. So push that right to the tower and then back off. It's going to force a reaction. It's going to create space in the top lane if they want to try and do something up there. And yeah, we'll start working on our Silver Edge. Silver Edge is so good against Phantom Assassin and Timbersaw. This guy missed the hook. He was so bad at Dota. It's 2 and 8. 16 minutes. He's died every 2 minutes. He keeps up a good pace over the course of the game. I'll give him that. And like they're at their tier 2s, and there's people just porting in to kill him. I'm just like, guys, come on. Actually, I'm not. At this stage, I'm just like, yeah, whatever. And that was I think a good thing about my game that I played was that I didn't tilt. I didn't be like, oh guys, you shouldn't be doing that. I was just like, yeah, whatever, you guys stay up there. I've got like half the map to myself. Now I didn't see these guys and I was actually distracted, so I get my blade mail off and you see how much damage it does. I nearly killed both of them without actually doing a thing. And I'm trying to get the Invoker to Sunstrike it, but yeah, Invoke's on cooldown. So anyway, that was a bit unlucky there. I didn't realise that, you know, I was getting ganked and I was very, very slow in my reactions. If I was quicker, I might have been able to blink onto the lion and duel him, perhaps. Maybe. Or duel the gyro. I think it's actually probably good that I didn't get a duel off there, because I probably would have lost it, actually. Because I was dead, right? I was dead to all rights. Right now I'm actually looking at levels and I'm like, shit, I am quite a few levels in front of people. So we'll head back to the bottom lane, continue to make sure that there is space on the map. I like the bottom lane because it gives me access to the jungle. I can push this bottom lane. I'm going to go after the gyrocopter here. Oh, look at that. Look at that dual solo.
I said yield.
It's always good when you get a solo kill on the enemy core. Blade mail, good item. Just helps you with that little bit of extra damage to kill him. And I'm just kind of AFK jungling. It's pretty relaxed, pretty chilled. So I'm hoping that they take that top tower now, because there's 2 people in the bottom lane. So theoretically that's a free tower because they won that fight. It's just a question of whether they push it or not. And there is going to be a reaction from the Timbersaw, so it looks like they're not actually going to get that tower anytime soon. Anyway, I'm going to run back to the lane, bop some more creeps, keep bopping creeps. You can see that I'm really farmed. I'm, what is that, 900 gold in front of the Phantom Assassin, which is good. You know, the counters to Legion Commander are kind of anti-carry. So to counter Phantom Assassin, all you need is like a Silver Edge, Bloodthorn, MKB, and the hero's kind of countered, right? She still does a lot of damage, but theoretically you can deal with that. Legion Commander is a little bit of a different kettle of fish insofar as if you want to counter Legion Commander, you kind of need someone with anti-carry abilities. So like we're talking like Shadow Demon,
Dire's bottom tower is under
Dazzle, those kinds of abilities that have save, Venge, you know, so you can swap people out. You need ways of saving people out of duel and also either mitigating LC's damage or turning it against itself. So, you know, that's where like Shadow Demon with the illusions, Darkseer, Wall of Replica is very, very good. Just gonna go do a little bit of a sneaky, see if I can. And then I realise it's Timbersaw, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not killing that. No way am I killing that. Because I figured he'd have a couple of points in reactive armor. He's only got 2 in reactive armor. I might have been able to get him because he's pretty squishy. Like, he's only 2 armor. Theoretically, maybe. Anyway, I said to the shaman, I was like, yeah, we're not killing that. That's way too... He's way too beefy for us to deal with. So, yeah, well, this guy ports in and then dies. Yeah, I think he was about 12, that kid. When he spoke on the mic, I was like, isn't it your bedtime? Anyway, just keep on bopping crease. You know, that's all I really want to do is because I know that my team are just fighting constantly. And here I'm kind of wanting to go for this because I have Shadow Blade, so I can walk in and bop someone for, what is the bonus damage here? 175 bonus damage. I see the line, I'm like, yep. Let's go.
middle tower is under attack.
I managed to get on the back lines. I walked straight past him, but that's fine. So I got it. I got my blade mail off. And I'm happy with that. I got my dual damage. That's all I wanted. Then I see this nerd here, and I'm like, what are you doing? I just need to kite him out a little bit. Because I can't really kill him on my own. I'm going to Shadow Blade up, get the bonus damage. I'm heading to where I know he wants to run right now. He misses his Timber Chain as well, which pretty much just seals his doom. And yeah, that was a good fight for us, I think. The Pudge died again, making that the 11th death. You know, you can't have everything in life. You know, at this stage, I'm thinking, look, I just want to ensure that I'm doing the best I can. I'm playing the best I can. And I'm doing everything I can to win this game. Because even though there is such a huge MMR difference between our team and their team, it's still a game of Dota. You know, you can still win these things. So right now I'm kind of wanting to go for this. There's lots of heroes in the area. I'm like, yeah, all right, let's do it. So I've been pretty greedy up till this point. So I get the duel off, I get the victory, and then I'm taking tons of damage. The PA ends up cleaving me to death, and everyone dies. So that's not ideal. We'll skip forward a little while until I'm alive again, because it's just them pushing a tower, which is good. The Pudge dying again. You know, nothing special there. And yeah, I'm 5-2-2. My net worth is reasonably good. The PA is obviously caught up because, well, it's PA. And Battle Fury PA does farm very, very quickly. But she can clear camps, she can clear waves much faster than I can. Because I'm still very single target focused. You know, perhaps if I bought a Molnir I could change that, but I don't really want to buy a Molnir this game. It's not really... I don't think it's that good. It's not really... Like the PA kind of right clicks you, but that's kind of their only right clicking carry. Like Gyro doesn't really like right click until much later in the game. Like now, he's more rocket barrage and flat cannon. Well, I suppose flat cannon. We're gonna Shadow Blade into their jungle, see if I can find someone. If there's anybody around, and shamefully there's not. So back to farming. I'm keeping an eye on the Pudge right now because if he gets a hook and a dismember, I misclick here, I get stunned, and I'm like, I want to do something! Yeah! Let me do please! So Shadow Blade up, I'm like, right, get him, duel him! I'm like, he's running away, no! Got him! So I secured the last hit with the duel. We take those. I'll take the damage. That's a level 3 duel. So that was what is that? 18 damage? Yeah. I was gonna say 16, but yeah, 18 damage. Pretty happy with that. Back to Balkan Creeps.
Dire's bottom tower is under
So right now I'm going to push the top lane. I'm very close to my Silver Edge. Gonna send the courier up there.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Plus 70 damage is starting to get there. You know, once you get to about the plus 100, plus 150, that's when you're really looking good. So I got my Silver Edge. I'm gonna bring it in, and they're fighting top, bottom, wet top. Right now, I'm just waiting to see if there's anybody that's going to respond to this. There's not, so whatever. I was tempted just to walk up with Silver Edge, punch him, and then duel him. But it's Timbersaw. I kind of... Yeah, by this stage, he's got 4 on reactive armor. So I think this is a good decision not to duel him. Actually, I've got... Yeah, he backed off there. So I was thinking he was going to keep pushing. So I'll press the attack so that I'd have that bonus attack speed for a moment there. Didn't work out, unfortunately. Keep bopping creeps. Now the good thing is that we've got we're up to tier 2s on 2 of their lanes, and it's just this top lane that's still got a tier 2 up before we're at their tier 3s. And the reason this is important is because I'm thinking that, you know, as the game goes later, I'm going to have to make a solo play. I'm going to have to you know, make something happen where, you know, I go and push a lane without my team. There's just kind of nothing happening up here. He keeps backing off, which is pretty good play. Shaman gets his wards down, which is good. I'm going to move up. See if I can zone him out. I'm going to push this lane as well. Now, the reason I'm doing this is there's a really nice ward on that high ground there, and I can see these guys. I've got Shadow Blade, I've got Blink Dagger. You know, I'm really confident that they're not going to catch me. Now, I know my team's in the area, see the courier, I get the courier. Now, that's where I learned that he has Lincoln Sphere. So that's a bit of a shit. I'm like, damn. Is what it is, though. I want to move back. I'm silenced. I can't really do much at the moment. My abilities are on cooldown. I'm just going to blink in. We're going to make sure of this guy. The Pudge cleans him up, which is fine by me. Just going to run away from this rocket. I'm going to try and disjoint it, but it's not disjointable. As you see. Sometimes, with some abilities, what you can do is you can blink towards them to disjoint them. Like, I know that... I'm just going to try and TP out here. But the Pudge decides to interrupt it. No worries. Actually, I think that TP may have actually gone through and he's hooked me from the fountain.
This will do.
Yeah, maybe. I'm like, whatever, fine. I don't want to TP home. I'll just keep farming. So anyway, we're up to tier 3s on every side. Yeah, the Invoker's sunstriking me as well. As I was telling him, whenever I duel, you need to sunstrike it. It's easy kills for you. He's like, end yourself. That was his response, was end yourself. I was like, okay, we got the tilters on tonight. Holy moly. Anyway, we'll keep bopping creeps. We're getting big, we're getting huge. We've only got 70 damage, which is disappointing. So I know that the Skywrath Mage has a Lincoln Sphere, and I figure out eventually that the Gyro has bought one as well. Good item for Legion Commander. Very, very good. Unless I want to buy like Orchid, or even Orchid's not that great because that's a lot of money. Like 4 staff? Even if I buy 4 staff to pop the Lincolns, you know, that's a wasted slot. You don't really want to be spending your money on that. Anyway, TP home. Got to grab my Desolator, sell my Iron Talon. Kind of outlived its usefulness. Get some mana, and then yeah, head back onto the field of blame. And at this stage, I'm feeling fairly good about our position because we've still got towers up. This is the important thing. I'm like, dude, drop your wards, and he just stood there. The Pudge dies as well, because that's what Pudge is good at. That's fine. I'm just coming here and I'm going to make sure that this creep wave stays off our tower. Let's get a good overwhelming odds off. We'll push this lane in. Now, in terms of items, I'd like to buy an AC. I'd love to buy lots of things, basically. Boom! Easy win. Now, the problem is, though, that I'm just getting completely shreked, right? That was all magic damage. I'm just like, wow. I'd like to buy an AC, but I think BKB is what I need. Because when I'm getting hexed up by the line, I'm getting stunned, I'm getting, like, the cooldown's hitting me, it's just like, wow, I can't do much. Makes for a sad Legion Commander, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I'm at this stage, I'm like, well, I've just got to buy BKB. There's no two ways about it.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
They're going to push the tower, and Shadow Shaman's working away on his. I'm just going to skip through while I'm dead. They're fighting here. And like, they're fighting, you know, 3-on-2 here. And Gyro has a BKB. And the Invoker decides to run into that. I'm like, dude, what are you thinking? Actually, oh, this is what I'm going to do. Buy bots first. So, buying bots first so that I've got the mobility. So, as I said, you know, as the game goes later, I'm thinking that, yeah, I'm going to need to make a play on their racks, and just while they're trying to push high ground, do something to force them back. So right now, the Shaman and I'm telling him, right, we'll get you to the high ground, you place your wards down, and that should get a response from them. And we can see that they're still heading towards the high grounds, and this will hopefully force them back. And because it's only the Timbersaw there, in hindsight, I probably could have killed him. I've got a lot of damage, and he doesn't have that much kind of going for him. Oh, the PA ported in too. Well, it's lucky I didn't go then, because they probably would have murdered me. Anyway, I'm going to run bottom, because I know that they're now 3, and if we can take a fight, then that's going to work out well. Now I see the lion, which is great. I'm like, come here, little buddy. Huh? Get it.
Dismissed.
Easy dual damage. Finding a support like that. Easy dual damage. That was actually a really nice gold bounty as well. Picked up a lot of money for that. So I'm just checking the tower health. You know, that's actually a really good trade for us, considering we had 3 dead and they had 5 alive. To end up with the same amount of tower damage is very, very good. So I'm just going to grab my bots now from the courier. Yeah, just preparing for the rat doto. And off we go. We've got tons of movement speed now. Obviously I lost a little bit in stats, but we're getting to the stage where, you know, we're level 23. We've got pretty good stats. That Invoker's so in. He's like right up in there. He's loving it. And right now I kind of want to go in. Kind of want to go for the gyro. Kind of want to go for everyone. I know this guy's on his own though. I'm like, yes, that's the opportunity. There's the duel. Easy dual damage. I'm running away from the fight. Because, you know, at this stage it's like, well, do I fight or do I not? My team ends up running away. They dust me. I'm like, oh, well, that's not ideal. Yeah, I just get wrecked. Is what it is. I shouldn't have ran in there. Like, my team ran away. I should have been like, yeah, whatever. So, yeah, they're brawling across the map. Now, I've still got a few minutes, a few seconds, 2 seconds. I see this creep wave and I'm like, oh, that is juicy. Let's go. They're all top. So this is what I was setting up for. This is why I bought the bots. And this is the thing about Legion Commander, is with press the attacks and damage and the Desolator, she can actually take your buildings very quickly. So that's a tower and the range barracks, and I'm going to start working on the melee barracks. I'm like, well, maybe I can take this. So they're still fighting top, and I'm like, well, I'm going to keep going. Like, I got creeps in the base. I can actually tank the tower. We're going to see if I can take this tower. And now I was like, well, what do? Do I try the range barracks? I'm like, no, what I'll do is I'll go and I'll take the top tier 3 so that they have no tier 3 towers left. And then they come to kill me. But I'm okay with this because I took a lane of racks and 2 tier 3s. Exposed racks everywhere. And you can see how quickly I took them. You know, just with my 124 bonus damage, my Desolator, you know, that is serious damage to their base. And it just opens the way to the Rat Dodo later on in the game. So I'll just skip forward a little bit more until I'm alive. They're going to take Roshan, which is a pretty good play. They should have done it earlier. We should have done it earlier. That's kind of the rule. With Scrub Tier Dota is that pretty much always you should have taken Roshan earlier. So right now we're running from them, and I'm thinking I think it's split push time. Am I? thinking to split push. Oh, my bots are on cooldown, so potentially if I ran top, it would be okay. And then they all disappear. It's like, oh, where have you gone? Like, what are you doing? So they're gathering up the creep wave, actually. Okay, fair enough. The Ember ports bottom, which is fine. He's going to push that out, which is what he should have been doing all game. He should have been the one split pushing, but here we are, and here I am. So anyway, I'm going to head top because I see them kind of in our jungle towards the bottom lane. I'm just going to sell this TP, get my BKB, nuke this wave in. And the Ember Spirit's going to actually push the wave all the way to their base. So they're going to react to this because they have to. You know, it's creeps inside the base. And our team, like my team, does a really, really good job of stalling out this Aegis push. It's incredible because, you know, you wouldn't think that 1K MMR players would know that, okay, they have Aegis, we need to stop them from pushing. The way you do that is by split pushing. Yeah, it was just weird. Anyway, I pushed that in, but they're all missing, so I'm like, well, I don't really want to be up there. I'll back off a bit. And you can see that all 3 lanes are across the river now. And this is really, really good for us. Unfortunately, old mate decided, yeah, no Lincoln Sphere. Just crit, Battle Fury, bots. Fair enough. That's an okay build, and he got out fine. He did have a remnant down, so this is okay. So right now I'm just keeping an eye on this top lane, because they're pushing bottom, right? So what I'm doing is I'm thinking, right, I want to position myself to go top and to push top, so that potentially I can take another lane, ideally. You know, I'll take, all things being well, I'll take 2 lanes if I can. And see that I'm starting to move up there now. So I see them, they're all in that, they're all around that bottom lane. My team can do whatever the hell they want at this stage. I'm lying, look, just delay them. Just going to make sure the wave pushes. I can still see them, so I'm like, right, I'm okay being up here now. This is what I'm doing, is I'm making sure that they haven't returned to gank me. And meanwhile, they're just chasing heroes bottom. And this is something about 1K MMR players, is that the awareness is not there. Like they don't see, oh okay, they just see heroes and they're like, oh, we got to kill them. Meanwhile, I'm top lane pushing their racks. They're brawling down bottom, and that's fine because it's just space for me. So I'm like, okay, let's go mid. Let's take the range. I get the range barracks. I'm like, right, let's take the melee barracks. There's only one left. And I racks them without any reactions whatsoever. I'm like, well, what do I do now? I'm kind of like, well, I could attack effigies. And then they're kind of still, they're pushing our base, but they're not actually doing any damage. We've got the wards down. I'm like, right, let's pop BKB. Let's go ham. I get the duel off, get the win, and yeah, we're chasing down the PA. Sure, sounds good. I get the what's its face off on her. I'm keeping up. I'm getting the hits on. Miss. Welcome to playing against P8 without an MKB. I just didn't have the slots, you know. I thought that my item build was pretty good. Got him. And that's just the game. Like I've got mega creeps for my team. I did everything I could personally, and I was really happy with my performance because I didn't tilt and I wasn't toxic. I just focused on what I should have been doing, which was winning the game. And right now I'm just telling my team, hey guys, I'm going to go sit in fountain. Reckon you guys can tidy it up from here? You know, just a bit of trash talk because I was so tilting. Couldn't help but get a little bit tilted towards the end there. Got tons of money as well. Got a good amount of damage, 142. Nice. Nice amount of right click there. You know, you'd love to use duel on cooldown. Just every time it's off cooldown, just go kill someone. But you know, it doesn't work like that in real game. I'm just muting a few people for future reference. I've started to get a good like list of people that I've got pre-muted. It's just so good, and I hope that, you know, if I'm tilting people, then they just mute me as well, because it's one of those things that the mute button's there for a reason. I'm like, oh, this dude, he has a link, so I'm like, yeah. Oh, there's the pop. So, kill that dude, get the dual damage. So, it's really good fun. Right now, I'm just going to make sure that the base gets pushed. I get him, which is pretty funny. PA comes in, I'm like, cool, I can do this. I just whack her with the what was it? The Silver Edge, that's the one. So right now, BKB up, and I go in. I'm like, fight me, nerd. Miss. It's fun. I'm like, no, I'm dying. I'm dead. One dagger and I'm dying. But that's the game, and I had so much fun. It was really, really enjoyable, because it's like, when you don't tilt, when you're not toxic, you can make things happen. Now, the best part about this game, plus 48 MMR. I was like, no way. I'd heard about like there being bigger MMR gains than, you know, just the 21 or the 24 or the 25. So it must be linked to what side the computer thinks is going to win. So if it thinks that, you know, the other side should win by a lot, then you win lots of MMR. But anyway, so 341 last hits, 621 GPM. Pretty happy with that. And ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you've enjoyed this replay commentary. I look forward to seeing you around next time.